Should you draft Tyreek Hill in fantasy football this year? Well, let's talk about it. God damn it, old man. Why can't you just retire? So, Tyreek Hill is kind of old. He had a really bad year last year. He was drafted as a top 5 pick and finished as the wide receiver 18. Now, a lot of this wasn't his fault. The offensive line kind of fell apart. Tua did his best Helen Keller impression, and Jonnu Smith and Devonta Chain kind of just took over the offense after NFL defenses kind of realized that they could if they just covered the deep ball, the offense would kind of fall apart. And, not all that's on Tyreek Hill, but man, coming into this year, I'm just not excited about Tyreek Hill like I was last year. Man, he just did not look good. And I know that there was all those extenuating circumstances I talked about, but we got to admit, this man's over 30 at this point. Like, he is a fast, twitchy receiver. Age is not his best friend. Even when Tua came back, without Tua, it was a disaster. The Dolphins didn't have a backup plan at quarterback, and they still really don't, because I don't think anyone's excited about Zach Wilson being under center, or Quinn Ewers, Jesus Christ. But going back to, but even with Tua last year, after Tua came back from injury, Tyreek Hill averaged just 14.5 fantasy points per game. That's fringe. That's like mediocre wide receiver 2 production. And you might look at the score and be like, oh, he had a couple 20+ games in that stretch. Yeah, he also went under 10. It was kind of it wasn't steady production. It was kind of boom bust, averaging out to mediocre overall. And that's just not really what I'm interested in out of a receiver. Could Tyreek Hill bounce back? Absolutely. I mean, he's currently ranked the wide receiver 13, 27th player overall. He's going as essentially a high value wide receiver 2. And I mean, he could have wide receiver 1 upside, but he also could just be old. I mean, one of the main questions I have about this year for Tyreek Hill is it's just a question about the Miami Dolphins. And it's, this doesn't really apply to Achane, but it's, can Mike McDaniels innovate? Can he take this Dolphins offense that was really good in 2023, and then in 2024, NFL defenses figured out how to dismantle, and defensive coordinators shut him down. Can he innovate and create something new? Because if not, I think that Tyreek Hill is going to be stifled again. I think that the offense needs to move forward and compensate for Hill's age, because I think if the offense isn't creative, the age isn't going to be good. The age is just going to catch up with Tyreek Hill. So, C+ grade, I'm just not interested. There's just other people who I think have much less going on with Tyreek Hill and aren't over 30 years old.